at the end of the day, how some of them were sieved out of the UEFA Champions League. If your team won, well, congratulations. And if they were shown the exit door, we say, well, there is always another time to try again. But the remainder of the teams and the big boys will clash again until champions, emerge for the 2024-25 UEFA Champions League. That is away from home. And if we come back home, we have a couple of our national league talking about the women football league, and we saw the match day three where clashes, took place also with some victories out there. Hello, thank you for joining us on yet another episode of Capital Sports, reaching you from the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja. I am Abdullah Hajj. Will be joining me, but let's take this time out. We'll be back soon. All right, thank you for staying tuned. And right away, let's tell you about some of the highlights of what we will be looking at. Don't forget the Nigerian Premier Football League, the second standard is back, and we've seen teams are still battling it out for those who want to win and those who want to battle relegation to still stay in the top flight Nigerian Football League. Are still doing what they know how to do best. And if you take it away from football, we also have how the junior yellow greens, yes, despite winning their match against Ireland, could not make it to the semi-final. But we saw how they were able to represent us very well, if you ask me. Right away, before we go further into the discussion, I want to welcome back the Adele, especially to Capital Sports once again.
Thank you for having me, Abdullah. It's quite interesting, to be here, and of course, lots of interesting things happening in the world of sports.
What about football?
Manchester today, last 24 of the, UEFA Champions League, that was huge for them. It would have been a disaster if they didn't make it. And of course, the MPFL, we saw, Remo Stars come from 2 goals down to win 3-2 yesterday. And the end of EFL Premiership, lots of interesting matches there. So that's why I said we've got interesting times, and we cannot forget what our cricket team did in Malaysia.
All right, buddy. I think that is a good one there from your opening statement. But let's begin right away. But before then, let's tell our viewer there you also have the right to participate on the program as usual. I will be giving you time much later in the course of the program for you to be part of the discussion. Probably you might be our winner for today on the quiz segment. But right away, let's talk about AFCON 2025. We saw the draw. I think, should we be celebrating, now, or you think it's time to go do a lot of homework if actually we must go make a statement in Morocco?
At least if we're going to learn from, the things we've seen in recent times about the Super Eagles of Nigeria, it's only on few occasions that they give us the opportunity to relax. Whenever it comes to something that we might need a calculator, they always make us want to bring out the calculator. So having Tunisia, Tanzania and Uganda in that group, it's going to be interesting. There are no minors again in football. So I still expect it to be a big one. But there's no way Nigeria will not qualify from that group because, now even as the best third place team, you can still go. If you do well and maybe you're very much unlucky to be in the top two in your group, you can still qualify because we've got 6 groups since we have 24 participating countries. But one thing that's very sure here is that you could even win your group and you're in trouble because maybe your next opponent is going to be in the form of maybe Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire,
Sure.
or one team, while the other, I apologize, they could be playing a team that, will consider as, an easy prey. So that's another thing too. So we might play our first 2 matches and realize that, see, just use the second team for the third one because we don't need a victory in this one. So just play, and enjoy yourself and all that. So not winning the group What we're just going to look at is, can we qualify from that group? Yes, we're going to qualify.
Okay, well, after shortly after that draws, we saw the coach now, Eric Chelle, speaking, to us. Let me say to us Nigerians and probably to the whole world to say, okay, well, yes, we got it. We've seen the draws and all. That's important to us is for us to go and do our homework. Let's see if we can get a short insight of that interview with Eric Chelle.
Can't beat anyone. We are a strong team, and now we need to focus on world qualification. And after that, in October, we can think about the after. But now we need to be focused on one goal, and only the goal is the next game against Rwanda. Most of them are good. They're playing well. And I want to check maybe again Rwanda and Zimbabwe, and after that think about my pick, my first selection. And after that we will we will we will ready, but.
All right, sir. But well, Eric Chelle there talking to us, and I think he mentioned about the big work of qualifying Nigeria to the 2026 World Cup and the Nations Cup.
You know, his test is going to come before that.
Okay.
The Nations Cup won't start until the 21st of December. So by that time, we should have known our fate. Maybe we'll be qualifying for the World Cup or not. But by that time, if he would have been able to qualify Nigeria for the World Cup, he would have become, a national hero at that point. So, people would believe in him. And even if it doesn't win the AFCON, if it gets to an appreciable level, they'll still forgive him for that. But in case Nigeria fails, God forbid, to qualify for the World Cup, then winning the AFCON will be very much compulsory for him. So I don't expect him. He has no excuse looking at that draw. We saw some other groups that we feel like there's going to be trouble in this group because there are about three teams that we know that they look like heavyweights. But for us, Tunisia, they've not been able to play the best of football, recently. So we cannot really see them. But look at other groups. Group D, quite, an interesting group. You must, good for, Senegal. But look at this, another group, Algeria, Burkina Faso, Equatorial Guinea. Also a very fair group. But we know what Equatorial Guinea did the last time. If you now look at Group F, when you have Cote d'Ivoire, Cameroon, Gabon, and Mozambique, it's not the best of groups. If you look at that, because the first two teams they are going to give each other a good run for their money. And of course, Gabon, we know that these days they are coming. And of course, when you look at other countries like Cape Verde, and there are some countries that they are just and all these forms of Congo, maybe it's Congo DR, and we have three Guineas too. Any of the Guineas that you meet, you could be in trouble. So that's another thing too there. So it's really going to be difficult. So I just feel like it's a fair draw for Nigeria. It's not a tough one.
All right, well, we'll keep our fingers crossed and begin to count down to see, what happens. And like you said, if Eric Chelle is, beginning to start his test and get it right, probably Nigeria's hope. But I think you also be sending a shocker to other African teams, that will also be playing at the Nations Cup. So I think that is how it works.
You're very
So if it
correct.
starts well, I think it has a way of,
That
that and the right mentality.
you're
Well,
right.
you can call us and be part of the program. And you're not just only calling us, but you're calling us also to win something. If actually you get the answer correct, from the question that will be put into you. Apart from contributing to the program, you can also win yourself a recharge card. I think that is a way to also encourage you for always encouraging us on the program too. Okay, but let's quickly look at the MPFL. Let's not waste much time on it. Yes, like you said earlier, it's still one step after another.
Yes.
Try win your match, amass your point. you know where that takes you, on the table. And if you're not winning, you also know, the consequences of such. My team are still struggling, I must say.
Quite interesting, Abdullah. But if you look at it, it does look like Remo Stars, from where they stopped, they just continued right away in the second stanza. 2 match days gone now. We're going to see the conclusion
Let me
later.
interrupt you, buddy. I think we have our first caller for the day.
Okay.
Hello, good afternoon. Okay, that has gone. You can still call us on the part. Okay. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Hello. Buddy, you can go. And I think we just have to.
All right. Remo Stars, 21 match days now, that we've witnessed so far. They still have about 17 coming up. The battle is still, there's still room for the battle.
Okay,
to
buddy,
go
sorry.
on.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Hello. Yes, we can hear you. Good afternoon. Go on. This is Capital Sports. Your name?
Yes, that's okay, Brian.
Okay, Dasuki Ibrahim.
From Ilori.
Wow, from Ilori. Okay, Dasuki, what do you have to tell us on the program?
I just want to discuss about the Super Eagle group in the AFCON.
Okay, quickly, what's your take?
The group is very interesting, and
Okay.
I hope Nigeria will qualify from that group.
It's the hope of every Nigerian that will qualify at least, to the round of 16, and probably from there we'll begin to calculate, like Bade say, maybe with a calculator to see if we'll be able to beat the next opponent and get to quarter final. You know how it is done now.
Yes.
All right.
Nigeria is going to win the Cup of Nations.
Oh, well, other people feel the same way. We're also joining you to say amen if it's a prayer.
Yes, we have the team.
All
We
right.
have the team, the caliber of player we have.
And now we have the coach, if you agree with me. All right. Thank you for calling. Do you want to win our prize? Let's see if you can
Yes,
exercise.
I want to
Okay.
win.
Buddy, any question for him?
Okay. Nigeria competed at the ICC on the night in Women's World Cup, Cricket World Cup. I'm sure you're aware of that.
Women World Cup.
Yeah, for cricket team.
Cricket team.
Yeah.
Not really, not really.
Oh, you're not aware of that.
I didn't.
Okay, what's the nickname of Remo Stars?
Remus, good donors.
Yeah?
Manchester.
Donald.
Is that something related to Manchester City?
You said?
You didn't
Better
get the
luck
answer.
next time.
You didn't get it. So you can try some other time. You didn't get it.
All right.
So let's begin. I think it's a way of telling you, let's begin to learn about it's not about learning about Manchester, Arsenal, Man
Our
City,
teams too.
Barcelona. Let's learn about our teams too. They also have their nickname, Ayumba, the elephants
Yeah.
of our so we should learn about them.
Manchester City, they are Sky Blues. You call them the citizens. Remo Stars, they are the Sky Blue Stars.
So that is a way of encouraging us to also
If you
like
see
our
their
team.
jersey, it's like Sky Blue.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right. Thank you. That's okay from Ilori. Thank you for joining us.
All right, you're welcome.
Okay, buddy. I think that sounds interesting. And so let's move on.
So still talking about the same Remo Stars, but having a huge gap on their closest challengers. That's quite, interesting. And of course, Ikorodu City,
Yes.
a team to watch with a rookie coach, rookie club. It's their first time, rookie everything about them, and they are
Hello,
doing
we
a
have
lot.
someone on the line. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, your name, sir?
My name is Solomon.
Solomon. From where? Oh, Solomon. I wanted to know where you're calling us from. Okay, you can still call us again. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Okay, buddy, I think let's go on before we get more calls.
All right, so it's interesting what is happening in the Nigeria Premier Football League this season, but we're still waiting. Fine, 21 match days gone, but they will still say it's still all in the day. So the fight is still very much
The
ahead.
fight is still much ahead. All right, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Your name, please. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes, your name, sir. Your name.
My name is Musa Shev.
Musa Shehu. Where are you calling us from, sir?
Hello.
Yes, well, go on. We can hear you, Musa. Go on.
Hello.
Yes,
Please turn down the volume of your TV. Use your phone to, listen to us.
yes, we can hear you, Musa. Uh, I think it became a one-way.
We have so many platforms where we have this program. It's also live on NTA Sports. So there could be a little bit of delay. So at times, if they are listening to you, it could be, we could have, a delay of
Interfering.
some
Hello, good
seconds.
afternoon. Your name, sir?
My name is Clement.
Clement. Where are you calling us from, Clement?
I'm from Akure.
Correct, Clement. Okay, talk to us. This Capital Sports. What do you have to tell us?
Huh?
This is Capital Sports from NTA Channel 5 Abuja. What do you have to tell us? Hello, Clement. Are you with us? I think we just have to,
It's the same. It's just the same problem. They want to listen to their television set, while they should just, they're supposed to make do, with their,
Okay, well,
sports
buddy, I think
speakers.
we're still having a more callers, but I think we'll just have to. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, talk to us. Okay, but let's move on. The UEFA Champions League away from the NPFL. Also, before we go to the UEFA Champions League, the NWFL, we saw the ladies are not also looking back. I think the bigger girls still.
The league is getting interesting, and of
Yes.
course, we've never seen it like this. Transfers, the officiating, the level of play and everything, quite interesting. Remo Stars ladies, they went to Edo, Benin City, the Samuel Obomida Stadium. They played Edo Queens on Wednesday evening in the last game, which the star match of the week of the midweek, and of course, it was quite interesting that it ended 1-1. Both teams they know each other and they are giving each other and themselves a good run,
Sure.
for their money. And of course, down here in Abuja, we saw another interesting one with Ibom Angels, Niger Rattles. They wanted to shock, our Abuja team. From 1-0 down, they were able to get a 2-1 win, which was interesting. Nasarawa Amazons, you know what they do. And of course, Ekiti Queens, they got a 2-0 win over Danas Ladies.
That's good for them.
Very, very good. And so many interesting results that we got, about the biggest winners were Bayosa Queens, who walloped, massacred, and whitewashed Benue Queens
All
5-1.
right. Hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you. Your name for tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
I'm Emmanuel calling from Kuji.
All right, Emmanuel, quickly, this Capital Sports, what do you want to react, on? Is it the Super Eagles, the draw we've seen, the MPFL, a couple of issues, the UEFA Champions League? We saw how the big boys, played yesterday. Which one do you want to talk to us on?
I want to talk on Super Eagles.
All right, quickly, you have less than 1 minute to talk on that, and probably if you want to win our prize, we'll ask you a question.
Well, what I've seen on Super Eagles squad, I believe and I trust that this season they will win the league, and I trust them. I believe that.
Okay, that is the nation. You're talking about the nation, African Nations Cup that we played in December.
Yes.
All right, you believe
Yes,
that,
sir.
that's patriotic of you, and we believe all of us will be joining you to wish that they win it too. That's good. Okay,
Right.
you want to answer our question, or you want to go?
How to answer, sir?
Okay, buddy, up to Alex Iwobi in the national team. That is the Super Eagles. Their jersey number, the one they are wearing whenever they are playing for the
Okay.
national team. Tell us if you know. You
Okay.
win a recharge card.
Kelechi is wearing jersey number 14.
Okay.
Then Iwobi is wearing jersey number 18.
Okay, buddy, over to him for the answer. Quickly, please.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Or should we give you the opportunity to correct the second one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What does Iwobi wear for Fulham?
Sir?
The number it will be wears in a Fulham is club side in England, Fulham. What was his jersey
Okay,
number? Yes.
the jersey number 17.
All right, no problem. We'll give it to you.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right. You text us but how do we go about it?
His phone number through the same line.
Okay.
Your phone number through the same line. So
All
something will
right,
be
sir.
sent to you.
You are Emmanuel from Kuji. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just
Well done.
talking of Richard, I think that is the way to go. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay. So, but let's go to UEFA Champions League.
Quite interesting to see what happened.
Yesterday.
Liverpool got final. They finally got beaten.
Yes.
Nobody expected that, but they were using, a weaker side, so it's understandable. But the news of the night was, Atlanta not making the top eight, and Manchester City finding their way into the remainder, the bottom, should I say the middle 16, because there's bottom eight, there's top eight, and the middle 16, which was quite interesting to see. And of course, some other things that also came up. But that's just the beauty of the league phase that has just been introduced. Not, the group phase that we used to see before that wasn't, the best thing after, maybe ice cream or jollof rice. This one, it's huge, more competitive, and has made it very much exciting. And we cannot wait for the knockout rounds. Just imagine something, Abdullah. Manchester City now, they could be facing Real Madrid or Bayern Munich in the next round. It's too early for us to see
Okay,
that.
but I think something. Let me ask this question on behalf of our viewer now. The top eight now. What happens to them?
They've qualified automatically for the round of 16.
Okay.
So they need to, so that's huge for them. Now, Manchester, the likes of Real Madrid, Atlanta, Manchester City, Bayern Munich,
Those below the eighth
they will
position.
first go and play something that is like a qualifier.
Okay.
So let's say they now find themselves in the round of, it's something like a round of 32.
Okay.
So it's when you now win your match, that you now go to the round of 16 and face one of the top eight teams. And you're going to know who you're going to face before that time.
Wow.
So everyone knows now. So it's huge.
Okay, but let's pick this last. Oh, I was thinking we would have taken this last call. Okay. Yes, quickly, your name. You have a limited time to talk to us because we've spent our time.
Okay, my name is Solomon
Solomon, all right. Solomon, who?
from Lagos.
All right, Solomon from Lagos. All right, you want to react to some of the issues, or you want us to ask you a question so that you win something?
I just want to talk about the Super Eagles.
All right, you have 30 seconds to do that.
Yeah. I want to believe that the new coach should be given a free hand to choose his boys.
Okay.
Maybe to do that,
Okay.
maybe to do that. There shouldn't be any interference. So that is something that has been synonymous with the people in Nigeria. No
Okay.
interference there or there.
All right,
But
sir.
if it's given a free hand, to be able to do it.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, Solomon. I think what he has said is professionally accepted. Once you hire a coach, I think if you believe in him, he should be given that hand to see. I've seen Bade is technically and tactically good for me in the midfield and be able to get his own squad that
Yes.
can face any team. I think what he has said is not different from what professionals and pundit like you would say. But we don't have much time. I think we just have to go. My producer says we just have to some players for indiscipline.
They don't tolerate indiscipline. And Abdullah, it's so beautiful that we're getting to hear about other sports. And that's what you have when you have a proper governing system in your sports
All
sector.
right, buddy. Let's go before we get a red card. Thank you very much once more.
Thank you for having me, Abdullah.
All right, thank you for your company. All the calls that we appreciate, and those that we couldn't, pick their calls, we appreciate you. And next week, same time, same station, might be another opportunity for you to be our winner for the week. We want to say congratulations to Emmanuel from Kuje. You'll be hearing from us soon. Thank you on behalf of the team. I am Abdullah Hajia. Bye for now.